Hi travellers, so today I thought while I'm still in the process of working out my bag and packing list, I've been sort of debating between taking these two different tech pouches. So currently I have all of my tech that I'm going to be taking in this Forclaz bag, which I did a review on. You can click the link in the top right to see that one. And the reason I currently have it in here is because this configuration is the lightest way to carry it. So this Forclaz bag itself weighs next to nothing, like 50 grams or something like that. Whereas this side-by-side gear tech pouch weighs like 250 grams. I'll put the weights in the bottom there so you know what I'm talking about with pounds or ounces. But this one is quite heavy on its own while it's empty. So if I'm packing that in my bag, then this is going to be quite heavy. Whereas, comparatively, I'm speaking about overall packing weight. Whereas this one is just kind of the weight of what's inside of it. I did also mention in another video that I have the Bellroy Venture sling here, which is a 9-litre pack. And if I wanted to use a sling as a personal item and carry some extra weight in this sling outside of my bag so that my bag weighs 15 pounds or 7 kilograms, then this particular one fits in here very nicely and it zips up, you can see perfectly, and it carries the weight very nicely. Whereas this one, my sling would have to be empty for it to fit, whereas if I had a camera on one side, I couldn't fit this one without it sticking out a bit. So that leads me to the reason why I might be taking this one, even though it's heavier, is because while you're holding them in your hands, this one looks bulkier and heavier. But this one, even when it's sort of packed out, it expands it, but it looks more neat. So I was thinking I could probably hold this one in my hand while checking in, and then the weight would be not counted in my main bag. Whereas this one, it looks a little bulky, like why are you holding that thing? Whereas this looks a bit more professional. So you could hold this like with your laptop and take all of that weight out of your bag, and this would look more professional. So with all that being said, I just want to quickly show you what I do have in my tech pouch here. So this Forclaz one is kind of actually, marketed and sold as a toiletry bag first and foremost, but I'll show you in a moment. It actually works quite well as a tech pouch. So in the bottom here, which is the largest compartment, I have my Zendure power bank, and that is a 10,000 milliamp hour power bank. I also have my Zendure travel adapter here, and this one is the old model. They also currently have announced this one here, which is the Passport 3, which the main difference being that instead of USB-A ports, you get more USB-C ports. So depending on the kind of devices you're going to be charging, this one might be better. And also this comes in a nice clear translucent sort of color, which reminds me of those old Game Boys. They have 3 colors as well. This is the blue one, they have a black one, and like a pinkish one. But for the moment, I'm probably going to be taking mainly USB-A port type devices. And I do quite like the black and blue color scheme this. It looks really nice. And I usually don't take a mouse with me, but I do plan to be doing a little bit of video editing and work. I'm going to be taking the Ebook trackball here. And I actually did a review on this on my other channel, if you want to click on the top right, where I did a review in comparison of this one. All right, so continuing on, I also do have a couple of accessories here for my Nintendo Switch. And these are, when you're using the Joy-Cons, it makes it a lot more comfortable. USB-C extension, and that is for the one in here, which is like a little bit of a dock. So I have 2 USB power, but mainly I use this one for the SD card reader. So I also have a couple extra cables in here. This one here is for using my Rode wireless microphones with my iPhone. That's a direct plug cable there. I also have a camera cleaner here and a brush. And then I have this really nice universal cable, which has an iPhone, USB-C, and then a USB, micro USB, so that is really useful. In the final one here, I have this Mako. It's like it's an iWatch charger. It's the smallest and lightest one I could find. And then I just have a USB-C to A and a C to C cable. And so that is it for the Forclaz. Now I'll just show you how this packs into this side-by-side gear. So the cool thing about this is it has these elastic side panels, and surprisingly it fits for quite large items. So this adapter here can go down the side, and you see it just stretches to fit that nicely. The power bank and then the trackball fit very nicely there, and you see it still keeps a reasonably slim and neat profile. So that is the one side, and then the second side here gives you a real lot of extra options. So I have this panel and then an extra 2 panels. So it's like 1, 2, 3, 4 extra things. So the way I had this initially packed was I put these just down the side here, and I put this cable there as well, and then it keeps a nice profile. And then I just pop this one like that. This actually fits quite nicely in here, and this pen can go in the pen slot here. And then one thing I did notice with this particular thing is that these elastic parts catch on the Velcro. So what I do is I put the Velcro at the top so that it doesn't interact with the actual elastic. So you can see here the Velcro slides down. If I just move the Velcro up to the top, then I can use the built-in Velcro away from the main section there. So I just have a couple of extra cables here, and I have a whole another panel here, so I've got a real lot of extra space to put things when I need them. So that is that one, and what I'll do is I'll roll this one up a bit more tight, and then that fits well just down the side. So that is this section kind of packed out. And you see that I also do have more space here for other items. You could put like a large cable in here. You could even put like SIM cards and SD cards and stuff down the side here. I believe these really smaller ones are for SIM cards or SD cards. But for the moment, that is how I have this one packed. And you can see that because of this elastic panel, it stretches nicely, and you see how that still looks reasonably neat. And you know, if you were just holding that in your hand, like, it doesn't look particularly messy. Like this one looks a bit messy, but it is a lot lighter weight. So it's an extra 250 grams, but I think in a lot of ways, depending on how you're carrying stuff, that might work out for you. So that's just a quick look at 2 of my current favorite tech pouches. And be sure to stay subscribed to keep up to date when I do the full packing list. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.